Hello and welcome back to Concealed. In recent news, Suge Knight, the controversial music executive and former Death Row Records co-founder, publicly criticized several high-profile rappers, including Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg, for their silence regarding recent accusations and legal issues involving Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy, who has long been a dominant figure in the music industry, was recently arrested and charged with serious offenses, including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, and coercion. Currently detained at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, Diddy's arrest has reignited discussions about his behavior within the music industry and raised broader questions about accountability among powerful figures in music. Speaking to Chris Cuomo on News Nation from his prison cell, where he's serving a 28-year sentence for a fatal hit-and-run in 2015, Knight expressed disappointment at the lack of responses from some of the biggest names in rap. He argued that industry leaders should have stepped up to condemn Diddy's alleged actions, stating plainly, "I ain't no whistleblower, but the facts are there." He specifically named several rappers such as T.I., Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, The Game, and Drake as examples of prominent figures who, in his view, have chosen to stay silent rather than address these serious allegations. Knight underscored that despite the widespread influence these artists have, none of them have shown willingness to denounce Diddy's alleged behaviors publicly. Notably, some voices within the industry have commented on the issue. One of Diddy's longtime critics, rapper 50 Cent, has been vocal about his disapproval of the music mogul over the years. In fact, 50 Cent is reportedly working on a documentary that will explore Diddy's alleged involvement in various criminal activities. In contrast, other notable figures have opted to avoid giving definitive statements on the matter. When asked about his perspective on Diddy's arrest during the red carpet interview, LL Cool J said he had no comment, but expressed sympathy for Diddy's children, hinting at the personal toll such incidents may take on those close to Diddy. Similarly, Flavor Flav avoided providing a direct response, stating that he had no answers to question about Diddy, indicating a general reluctance from artists to engage directly with the controversy surrounding him. One person who didn't shy away from criticizing Diddy is Shyne, a former Bad Boy Records artist who faced legal consequences while working with the label. Shyne has expressed resentment toward Diddy, claiming that the music mogul destroyed his life by refusing to accept responsibility for a 1999 nightclub shooting that injured 3 people. During the trial, Shyne received a prison sentence while Diddy was acquitted, a ruling that Shyne, now a politician in Belize, has since condemned. Shyne's experiences serve as one of the most direct criticisms of Diddy from a former associate, shedding light on the impact Diddy's actions have had on those close to him. Knight, reflecting on Diddy's behavior, suggested in his News Nation interview that Diddy has perpetuated harm throughout his career. He argued that Diddy's alleged abusive tendencies are an extension of the harm he himself may have experienced within the industry, implying that Diddy repeated what was done to him. Knight went on to say that many individuals in the music industry were aware of Diddy's actions but chose not to speak up. He suggested that Diddy's case is unlikely to be straightforward due to his extensive connections and influence. Knight pointed out that Diddy has worked with powerful people throughout his career and has, at times, collaborated with the FBI. He alluded to the fact that one of Diddy's former partners, who allegedly helped start his company with money from illicit activities, was released from prison with the assistance of President Obama. Knight used this example to highlight Diddy's influence and suggest that his power could complicate the legal process. Knight speculated that, although Diddy faces serious charges, he may have more moves that could help him navigate the judicial system. Knight emphasized that it would be unwise to count him out, and that Diddy is unlikely to simply accept his fate without a fight. However, he has acknowledged that Diddy has been placed on suicide watch, which may further complicate his current situation. Knight cautioned against Diddy making statements about feeling threatened or in danger, as such claims could lead to restrictive measures that might strip him of basic comforts, potentially confining him to a cell without clothing or personal items. Diddy's recent arrest has also brought a light to a series of lawsuits alleging abusive behavior towards women in his life. These allegations have ranged from sexual abuse to manipulation and coercion. One of the earliest of the recent allegations came from Cassie Ventura, a former girlfriend and artist signed to Diddy's label, who filed a sexual abuse lawsuit against him. Although this particular case was settled quickly within a day of filing, it marked the beginning of a pattern of accusations from individuals claiming to have experienced harm while connected to Diddy. Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who contributed to Diddy's latest album, the Love Album Off the Grid, also filed a lawsuit against him. Jones alleged that Diddy drugged him, pressured him into sexual encounters with prostitutes, and held gatherings where underage girls and sex workers were present. While Diddy has denied these accusations, the lawsuit is still active, and Jones' claims have added to the growing of grievances against him. In early September, new allegations surfaced when Dawn Richards, a former member of Diddy's music groups Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money, accused Diddy of sexually assaulting her, depriving her of basic needs like food and sleep, and refusing to pay her adequately. Richards further claimed to have witnessed Diddy mistreating Ventura during their time working together. Like the other allegations, Diddy has denied Richards' claims, maintaining his innocence in the face of charges against him. 2 weeks after Richards' accusations, a woman named Thalia Graves came forward with additional allegations, stating that Diddy and his bodyguard had drugged and assaulted her in 2001. She claimed that the assault, which was allegedly filmed, had left her with long-term mental health challenges, including depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. Once again, Diddy denied these allegations, asserting that he had no involvement in the incident. As the accusations against Diddy continue to emerge, there has been a noticeable reluctance among prominent figures in the hip-hop community to openly discuss or denounce the allegations. While some like 50 Cent have chosen to voice their disapproval or critique Diddy's actions, others have refrained from making statements, leading to criticism from Knight and others who feel that influential industry leaders should take a stand on matters of abuse and accountability. This lack of response highlights an ongoing issue within the music industry, where powerful figures often avoid engaging with controversial subjects, potentially to avoid jeopardizing their own career or affiliations. Despite the mounting allegations and lawsuits, Diddy's extensive connections and resources may complicate efforts to hold him accountable. According to Knight, Diddy's influence, powerful allies, and history of collaboration with law enforcement could make it difficult for prosecutors to pursue the case. Knight's comments underscore the challenges inherent in addressing alleged abuses by individuals who have long-standing relationships with influential figures and institutions. In many cases, these connections allow them to evade scrutiny or mitigate the consequences of their actions, further complicating efforts to hold them accountable. The music industry's response, or lack thereof, to Diddy's situation also raises broader questions about the music industry's culture of silence and complicity. For decades, allegations of abuse, exploitation, and misconduct have been reported, yet few have resulted in significant consequences for those accused. The apparent reluctance of major industry players to address these issues openly suggests an unwillingness to confront uncomfortable truths about the industry's treatment of artists and individuals in positions of lesser power. As Diddy's legal battle unfolds, the music industry may be forced to confront its role in enabling or ignoring the alleged abuses of powerful figures. Whether these recent events will catalyze meaningful changes remains to be seen. Still, the mounting pressure from survivors, former associates, and public figures like Knight may encourage a reevaluation of the industry's culture and their accountability mechanisms in place for addressing misconduct.